Around 2 days ago, I put up a poll on my community tab asking a few ideas of what I should do on I think it was 2 days ago, so I did it. Which one should I do tomorrow? And I had some stuff I had to get done yesterday, so I wasn't able to get it done. But I'm making it up for it now. And the winner was clearly Harry Potter, but only the third movie is a true horror film. Meanwhile, I decided to go with Alien because that's the one that stuck out to me the most. It had the second most amount of points. Also, Alien I just absolutely love, so I just thought it would be great to review the movie. Also, since it's definitely a horror movie, we can all agree on that. So, as for a typical review, I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, and then I rate it. I rate it. I rate it. So, let's start by talking about the good. The good, this thing has a lot of good things about it. Like, this is a film that really is good at creating tension. Of all the films in the Alien franchise, I think this one really does a good job of creating this tension because it has a horror atmosphere that makes you really concerned what's going to happen next, and it has all sorts of iconic scenes like the chestburster scene in particular that is terrifying. I had seen part of the clip, but I did not know it was like the guy that was doing it was screaming so much. He was kind of justified for all the screaming he was doing. So anyway, the film is extremely brutal at times and pretty brutal for the 70s. And if I could have one wish, it would be to go back in time to the 70s and sit in the theater and watch people's reactions to the chestburster scene. That would be so entertaining to see what people thought of that movie in the 70s. Oh man, I would love to see that. I mean, that shocked people in the 70s, I can tell you. Exorcist and this were like the two most scary movies back in the 70s, I believe. They were definitely up there in contention. And like I said, the tension's great. You have great characters, not as much as you do in Aliens, but this movie has Ripley, who, her writing feels more like she's being written as this boy character that just somehow manages to be a girl. She doesn't feel as maternal or anything. That's because she has no one to be maternal to, and at times, there's some choppy acting from some people. It's not often. I would say that there's points I can take away from it for certain things, like it gets a bit slow. I mean, it's a movie that is inherently supposed to be written to be slow, so that's the only thing I would say. But it also I love how they just make it to where we don't know who the main character is. Over time, we start after the xenomorph gets on board and people are being taken out. We notice that Ripley, who we now have come to be known as like one of the greatest final girls of all time, we see her and are like, who's the final girl here, or final boy, or just like the person who's gonna live, and we don't know, but we see how Ripley's surviving every encounter, and she just makes it to being the last one, and we're like, oh, that was genius. They really did a good job of crafting that, and it's very good at what it does. If you say that this movie is better than Aliens, I'm not gonna harp on you for that. I can totally agree. It is definitely a great movie. If you think it's better than Aliens, that's your opinion, and I can say I can respect that because this is such a good movie. And I debated whether or not Alien or Aliens was better, and I will not tell you which one I think is better until I do my ranking of the Alien movies. If I do one, I should be doing one, or when I do my Alien versus Alien uh, episode of Versus, that would be really great because that's one of my most anticipated, the Versus, and I've already seen Alien, so I have my thoughts on it. But this is just a fantastic movie that has all sorts of strengths and not a whole lot of weaknesses. But let's move on to the bad. The first thing I'll say for the bad is that I think that the movie inherently gets a bit too slow at times. Like it gets a bit too slow, and we want fast paced stuff because we can get very bored at times because we're very picky people. We can admit it, and also some of the effects have not aged the best. Like there are some times when you take a look at the xenomorph. Nowadays, you can definitely tell that at times you can see that it's definitely a man wearing a xenomorph costume. You could tell. Meanwhile, in Aliens, the tech is much more advanced, or just the way that James Cameron shoots the action, it makes it look a lot more real. And I do like how they make this such a good horror film, but at times it gets a bit too dark for my taste. Like the chestburster scene, I really wanted to look away from that one. That one was difficult to look at. It is just, that was pretty scary. And just the way that he keeps on screaming, he gets louder and louder and louder and louder. And like, it feels like as soon as Ripley escapes the spaceship, it could have ended. If we had like made the xenomorph on that ship, that could have been the end of it. But they had this almost like this side plot that they like tack on. I'm not sure if it was necessary. I don't really criticize the film for that. I'm still entertained by it, but I felt like that was an amazing ending to it. Like, she finally escapes and blows up the ship, but then we find out the xenomorph was on there the whole time, on that escape pod the whole time, and yeah, that's the only thing I would say I disliked about that. Other than that, it's one of the greatest films of all time, easily. It's one of my favorite movies of the 70s. Probably top 5, not top 3, because I have a pretty good top 3 that most people would probably agree with, but this is easily a fantastic film. So if I had to rate it, I would go 9.5 out of 10. Entertainment value also 9.5. It's a must watch. When it comes to the horror community, this is a must watch. You must watch this at least once. And also, I'm doing this thing now where I'm going to be talking about like a YouTuber and giving them shout outs. So I think I already did it once with the movie ranker. So I'm going to be doing it now with one more YouTuber. So let's head over to Future Me to see what my person I'm shouting out is. So let's head over to Future Me. Thank you, Past Me. So today I am shouting out Film Kid. His link will be in the description below. And this is just someone that I wanted to do because I absolutely love his channel. This is something that he subscribed to me first, then I realized that I was like, oh, I guess I'll subscribe back, and I then realized that he had given me a shout out to one of the videos after I gave him his editing website, and I was like, oh yeah, this guy really is good, and over time he's been getting more editing in his videos. His quality has been going up significantly, and it was really great the first time I watched him. He is just such an amazing YouTuber. At worst, he's a top 3 YouTuber for me. I love his channel so much. It's a channel I could endlessly rewatch. So I just thought it would be good to get these subscribers coming in. And your homework for this is to go subscribe to his channel. Guess what? He's at 83 subscribers. Let's see if we can get him to 100 by next weekend. Let's see if we can get that happening. Do it!
Do it! Just do it!
So I want all of you, if you are not subscribed to him, please I really hope this video does not bomb, because if it doesn't bomb, then I should get him a few more subscribers. So if you are not subscribed to him, do it. Stop. Don't watch this video anymore. Go over to him. He's the one that needs the views more than I do, because I have a pretty good amount of views. Give him some of the views. So I want all of you to go and subscribe to him. He deserves it. And also, you should already be subscribed to him, because he also participated in the big ranking we did. Why am I saying participating? He was the one who made it, after all. So, not participated. He's the one who made it, so he deserves the credit for that. So, go and do that. And we may have a new ranking coming soon for that. We will not be going with the 29th and 29th again. We will be doing possibly just a number like 24 on 24th or 23rd on 23rd. I'm not saying that it's going to be happening. I'm just saying that it could be happening. So don't get your hopes up just yet. And there's a high chance, but still, I think he and I are already planning that part out. But remember, go subscribe to him. I want to see if he can get to 100 subscribers by next weekend. And I still have his channel pulled up, so I can tell if he's been getting subscribers. So please, please subscribe to his channel. Thank you all so much for watching this. And also, like I just said for the bajillionth time, subscribe to his channel. He has amazing taste. Like, he and I both had the same favorite movie. He had it in his top 5. He only had a top 5 when I told him that my favorite was Terminator 2. I think me having him as my favorite movie of all time, and going back for a rewatch, like, really elevated up to number 1. And also his number 2 is also one of my favorite movies of all time. Where is it in my favorite movies of all time? Just wait until November 1st or November 2nd or something. Whenever I release my top 20 favorite movies of all time. I better get that out of development. But anyway, I should be releasing it soon. Thank you all so much for watching this. Remember to subscribe to Film Kid, and have a good one.